Well, the summer beach weather may be long gone, but still a tremendous afternoon for football here in Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Rams. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Check out. 390. Quo. Hey, Irvin.
52, Mike 52. Let's go, D.
Hey, Mike 52. Man, that's right.
Now a first down throw. Luck firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing on third down. Luck. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball to the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run. They're running it. He's coming. Drive on. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got you. Orbit. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
58, boys, 58 to Mike. Here we go, T. Hustle. Here I come. Take off.
Now Brissett. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brissett. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Short. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Here's Brissett. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
52's a Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Wow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Crunch. Crunch. Kill. Kill. 22, jet, Bubba. 26, 22, jet, Bubba. Ball, try. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. 58, boys. 58. Shut up.
Play fake. Brissett. He'll get this one complete to Davis. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Deuce. It's free. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Motion.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. Go. 58, boys. 58 for Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh. And 58 is a Mike. Go 58 to the... Let's go. Run it.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
It's been a long day for you.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
58 to Mike.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
On third down, Brissett. It's caught by Davis. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Mike, 36.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now.
Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Love. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Love. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
A shotgun snap for Love. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rock. Ebron's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
They'll run it with Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. From the 27, Brissett complete. It's Johnson. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Brissett. This is Johnson. He's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
54, Mike. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
First down, Brissett. He gets it to Cooks. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. Brissett now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Go. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch.
Now Gurley. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. 58's the Mike. 58.
To throw, Brissett. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way. That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski. Ask around. They'll tell you. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. From the 27, Brissett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
58 to Mike, 58. Go. That QB's trash. Let's go. 58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Hey, 58. Hey.
Out of the gun, Brissett. This is caught. It's Cooks. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You. 58 to Mike, 58. Go. That's it. Back and go full strength. 58.
Brissett to throw on first. That's taken in by Henderson. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Brissett, and it's complete. This is Austin Prohl. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Brissett again. And that's complete to Cooks. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down LA.
Mike, 58, right there. Rip left. Yeah. Echo. 58 Mike, 58. 58 Mike.
Again, it's Brissett. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A great effort there as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Johnson was the intended receiver. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's Locke. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Here's Locke. Funches has it complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike, 58, right there. You go night-night. Tell him go night-night. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for 56. Pull it.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Brissett now. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
54 Mike.
Now a draw play for Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Brissett, he's letting it fly for Cooks. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
They're on 15-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Luck finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Mack. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll go again here with Mack. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's caught by Funchess. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Michael Brockers in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Luck now to throw. Ebron caught left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On first down, it's long. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Love. Ebron with it over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Luck now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Luck gives this one off to Mack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was brought down by Marcus Peters. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 24, Luck. Catch made here by Campbell. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. A shotgun snap for Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Set, ready. 10, touchdown. 54. Here we go. 1, 2, safety.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch 54. You got nothing in there. Hey, you got nothing. Check 43. Shit. Check out. Check heads, yeah. Check.
Throwing. Brissett. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Brissett. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Brissett on 4th down. Completes it to Davis. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
54's Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Right here, right here.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Hey, field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check 52. Go. Rush it. Right there. 54, right there.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 30 yards there. And, of course, the 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Brissett on 1st down. He gets it to Cooks. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8.
Check hot route. Hot. Go. Over here. I need one. Short. 58's the money. 58's the big one.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that one's complete to Gurley. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They're not ready for this. They still playing suck. Y'all play.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Trevor Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got nothing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Love. Short little throw to Ebron. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is taken at the 18. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Now Brissett. And the catch made by Johnson. And he gets it down to the 32. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll look to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They're running with Gurley, and he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
They had to convert there on 4th down, and they ran the football. Major surprise, but they pick it up. Now they've got to really hurry.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, They said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Back to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
It's 4th down.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike by 4. Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Mike's 54. Mike's 50. Oh, yeah. All right.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. It's caught by Davis. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Check.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
17.
Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone. And that's all she wrote.
And they had